It's wild, it's twisted. Headlines hitting like a slap and you missed it. It's madness, I'm tapped out, live on the scene and I can't find my way out.
And welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted Podcast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant, Dominus, and I'm here with Liz.
Hey.
And yes, it's been a while since we uploaded a episode of the podcast. Roughly about a month. A lot has happened. For those who follow me on social media, you probably know I'll talk a little bit on the podcast about that. And then Liz have been also traversing the world a little bit herself with some turmoil. So we'll be doing a bit of a catch-up episode to guys let you know what's been happening. Well, we have two rough news stories to talk about. Trust me, it's been a bit of a hectic time. So we're kind of short on stories, but extra on life. So yeah, we'll catch you up and then kind of tell you a little bit here and there, and then we'll jump into some stories. But Liz, how have you been?
I should really be asking you the question.
Yeah,
you've been going through much more than others.
True. You want me to? I can start with my stuff if you want.
Yeah, why don't you start it, because that's the major we took a step back.
Yeah, so for anyone who's been following on social media, recently, sadly, my father has passed away due to a stroke. One of those scary, unexpected things that you never know might happen. And thanks to a large discussion within our family, we've talked, you and I have talked about fundraisers and things of that nature, kind of like the GoFundMe's and stuff, and we somehow ended up deciding to do one of those. I was sort of against it to do that, because you know me, we're like, for me and even my brother, we're like, we'll figure it out ourselves, but with some coercion from our sisters and some other family members, like, you should do it, make it easy. So we did, and we posted it, got all that. It did help a lot, so thank you for all those who supported it. And no, yeah, thank you. It for the most part, like, paid for, I want to say, like 50 or 60% of the overall thing. So, and with some other family donations outside of the GoFundMe, we kind of got most of it paid off. So we barely paid anything. So thank you for everyone who has supported us financially, and to those who sent out their thanks and prayers. That helped a lot. And this is a personal note for me, because this is one of the things, I was not going to use any of my social media to post anything, but it's one of those things, as we've seen in news stories on this show, is you have to kind of push those things to kind of make it more vocal and more visible. So I did post it on my Instagram. Actually, I only think I posted on my Facebook. Yeah, those two are the only things.
We haven't used them forever. I was really surprised.
I know. Oh, trust me, there was a lot of people who were like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know you're on here anymore," and "Oh my God, I'm sorry." Those are the two things I got on Facebook. And on my Instagram, I got a lot of my my followers / also online friends. So a lot of them reached out to me. So thank you. That it's one of those things you kind of realize a lot more support than you really think. So to all my friends throughout the world at this point, a lot of my Canadian friends, the guys from down south, throughout the United States, thank you. They pulled up, and thank you. That's one of those things, I didn't really reach out. I did communicate a little bit. Everyone, this is not a negative component. A lot of them reached out and said kind of the same sentiment is, if you want to talk, I'm here, which is a nice sentiment. I appreciate that. I'm not one for one of those things, but I appreciate that they were willing to take the time to hear me out if I needed it. So, but Liz did not come at least visit once. Come on, Liz, you should at least once.
What?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my god. I didn't. There was a lot you missed out, and I am. I pulled
Liz,
you on a little bit of it. A little.
Liz,
bit of
Liz
it.
has a little bit of a story. So she had her own problems on top of stuff. So she'll talk a little bit. But joking aside, we've had a lot of people. So, and Liz knows I don't have a very large social battery. So my social battery was drained heavily during the last.
No, I couldn't come visit you. We're not gonna be in it.
Yeah, well, all you would have done is probably we would have just been watching YouTube. Honestly, that's all I did. So
Or videos, or movies, or TV shows.
basically,
whatever,
yeah, that was my social recharge. It just kind of that because there was a lot. A PSA a little bit in on just how everything was. I wanted to announce because this is one thing that was annoying during the whole situation of my father passing is PSA, public service announcement. Yeah, PSA. Make sure you kind of organize things for your loved ones or spouses or significant others. Because God, if you do that beforehand, it makes your life so much easier. So we had to deal with everything 3 times harder than we needed to do on the paperwork side because boy, if you don't have beneficiaries or some sort of dependent, it makes everything so much harder. So much harder. So PSA, get someone you trust to be that beneficiary or dependent to help you to be that extra person because God, that's going to make that your life so much easier. But yeah, that was like half the headache. Whew. The PSA on that.
Oh yeah. I've done that. I'm already set. I already have my will, my whole how I go, how I want to be taken care of when I die. I've already got that set. It's set in stone. May's my primary, and everybody. I've talked to my siblings, and we figured out a plan of how it would happen if
Exactly.
I go before May's of age.
There
I'm
you
covered. I'm very covered.
You have your
sure that.
you got your T's like striped and your I's dotted. But yeah, PSA, trust me, it'll save you on the long run. I'll save your significant
So are you
others.
gonna get yours done taken care of soon? In
Oh,
the
no,
next
yeah.
5 years?
Oh, in probably the next couple months. Just get.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was
I'll
annoying.
give him 5.
It was annoying just trying to get a lot of paperwork done when you couldn't. So we're currently dealing with that because we have to do a lot of court stuff. So fun stuff there. Yeah. But yeah, PSA, just get all that situated. But thank you everyone for reaching out, communicating, just those little things, and for just the thoughts helped a lot. So thank you. But yeah, that's kind of it. That was the reason for roughly a month I was incapacitated was the wrong word. It was just busy, so busy. So
You had a life event that happened that was precedence over this. So
but yeah,
that's what it is. It was a precedence, you know.
But yeah, that's kind of why everything kind of stalled here on the podcast. Also, for those who listen not only to this podcast, also Reaction Cast and our sadly very stalled horror podcast that we only have 1 episode out. Though we have a small audience already on just 1 episode, Liz.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
they are waiting for part 2. And for those who don't know, we have a mini horror podcast called You Should Not Listen to This, or you haven't known this. Oh my god, it's a new podcast. It's hard. We're still getting used to it. You weren't supposed to find this. You weren't supposed to find
exactly. That's what I was.
Yeah, that was the name of the podcast. You weren't supposed. We only have 1 episode out because we just started recording it January, going into February.
We kind of got interrupted, and
Yeah, so we have a small audience on just 1 episode, just because there is an audience for those types. But yeah, for anyone, look forward to. We will be because Chris also our other co-host, because that is a 3-person podcast where we read old internet horror stories, and for Liz to catch up in some of the old internet. And but yeah, look forward to that if you're listening are interested at all in like old internet horror stories. But yeah, we will be starting up again. But yeah, for that very small niche group, we will be coming back with part 2 and finishing that off. But yeah, we have a small
Hopefully
little.
in the next couple weeks.
Oh no, yeah, we will.
Hopefully-
Yeah. We'll be talking
We'll
to
discuss that after.
yeah,
the
we'll be
podcast.
discussing that, but yeah, everything should in the next coming weeks, for the most part, be on YouTube side, podcast side, being roughly the same, nothing else. But yeah, that's kind of the little back end stuff. We also have updating new merch and stuff like that as well. Look forward to that. And that is kind of it on podcasting stuff. Liz, I know you've had some stuff this past month, some positives, some negatives, some hoops and hollers. What happened to you?
Well, while your father was took that nasty spell, I had a crazy work schedule. But right before I was supposed to leave for my trip to Vancouver, because I had a birthday celebration, I found out somebody was stealing money out of my debit account. I started with small increments. I missed it, didn't see it, but I couldn't figure out how I was spending money. But I was like, oh, well, maybe the groceries. Oh, I had some bills. Those things kind of, oh, okay. That makes sense, and I wasn't closely paying attention, and maybe I should have, and that was my downfall. But it's a little chaotic sometimes. Sometimes I look at my phone and I'm like, not today.
that can be an issue. I understand that. Yeah, when it's mostly those small increments.
I literally open the phone and sometimes I'm gonna go do something and then I do 500 other things instead of that thing that I was supposed to be taking care of. Yeah, it's great. So I was getting out of the car. I had just gotten groceries and I got an alert from my bank saying $500 was turned down. I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? And I was trying to go through it and I found all these like funds they were taking. They had started back in February, small increments, $10, $20, $50, $100. 150, 200. It kind of escalated, and that's what the 500 triggered right before I was leaving for my trip. And I was like, oh crap, now I'm without a debit card. And then I remembered I had another debit card because I had some savings on another card account, another online banking. I was like, okay, well, I have something. I'll move money over there. That way I have some sort of money on me before I left.
Oh my god, that's how they get you. It's like stealing from your mother's purse. Like, I'm gonna take $1. Another $1,
Yeah.
$5. I'm like,
and they did that to my mom back in December of last year too.
oh really?
Not this one, but the one prior. They had done small increments. And Mom was like, "What the hell is this for?" And so
Same bank
they do.
or different bank?
We were on the same bank. Yep.
Ooh, I wonder if other people had this same thing then.
Yeah, but it was a different thing that was getting stealing. I don't know what the name of that one was, but I can tell you mine was like Google's ads or something like that. So yeah, it was really weird. I was like, this is weird.
Okay.
I have no idea. Yeah.
That
So
sucks.
that transpired.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a horrible way to start your mini birthday
My
travel.
vacation, my birthday, my vacation.
Okay, and then
I was like, okay, fine. Mom had come home to watch the dog. I came back literally the same day. I came back by train, which is an 8-hour train. It's a beautiful 8-hour ride train. Would I ever do it again? No.
Ooh, what happened?
But I can say at least I've done it. I
what?
I get tired. I got tired being on the train for 8 hours. I mean, yes, you can get up and move. You can go to the bathroom, get food, walk around up and down that train. I don't know. I got bored. I actually ran all through my audiobook and I was like,
Really?
the depression mode.
Interesting.
You're like, oh, damn it.
Maybe you needed more people with the train for 8 hours.
I think so. I think it would have made it more beneficial if there was more than just me and my kiddo. I mean, I liked it. I tried to make small talk with the people around us. There was another person who'd never been to Canada, and I was like, it's your first out of the country experience. You're gonna love it because once you do it once, you'll want to continue to do it because life is like that, So yeah, it was good. It was a good trip. I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. The first day was gorgeous. The other 2 days are rainy, but we were able to do little small things around town. So I enjoy it. I would definitely go back to Vancouver, BC, and
for yeah,
um, should
for
do
our
some more
northerner
exploring.
fans. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, yeah, I know. Not for the people here in the States to go Vancouver, Washington. No, no. I mean, it was gorgeous going over that river over to Vancouver, Washington, over and over to Washington. So that's gorgeous. After that transpired, I was getting back into this. Literally, I got back from the train ride. I had to take my mom to the airport, start back on the work week. Yay!
Ooh.
But it wasn't that terrible. And then this past Friday, a week ago Friday, not yesterday Friday for us for recording today.
But anyway, yeah.
I got a phone call or a text message from my cousin. She just moved here from the Midwest, and
Okay.
a young adult, you know her. She calls me, texts me, "Are you awake?" I'm like, I was literally just thinking about going to bed, but okay, yeah, what's up? I can't, I'm not gonna turn down family, right? You don't turn down family. And she goes, so I had a steering wheel problem issue. Power steering went out on it. It was
Ooh.
jostling.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she was like, yeah, I was just getting my tots and my lemonade from Sonic here in the next town over. And I'm like, all right. She's like, can you come pick me up and take me home? I'm like, yeah, I'll come and do that. I get in the car, I'm on my way over, and I'm like, I have a second car. I can loan her my second car. We're good. We figured this out. So we get up. I go to pick her up. I'm like, come back, take my car. It's cool. Yeah, the steering wheel is a little close. My car seat doesn't always move back, so that's a problem.
Okay.
So she takes my car. Tuesday morning, I had already made plans. I had, because it was St. Patty's Day, y'all. Woo woo, Irish to the road. So I had a crockpot meal ready to go. I was having friends over, and I get a phone call 45 minutes before the end of my shift. I did something. What? I left the keys in your car. Oh my word.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
I'm like scrambling because I'm in the middle of stickering. I needed to order a few things. I was like, crap, what do I do? I'm calling my brother. My brother won't do it. It only saved me 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes. I didn't have to do it because I had people coming over to my house. And I still needed to finish some cleaning. Like, I wasn't quite finished. I tried the night before. But I was baking too, so. Yeah.
Just go. Yeah.
Yeah, it was go, literally. And I think by 9 o'clock, I was like, I'm done. I'm going to bed. But yeah, she had called me. I am thankful to my neighbor, who I give a huge ass shout out to getting my spare key and doing this and all being back before I even got off the clock. By the time I got home from work. That was a good day. So it's been a little bit of chaos. It's been a very long week for me for work, and I was like, I'm ready for this week to go to be done. Which Friday? So
My God.
yeah, it's been a very eventful couple weeks. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
So it sounds either way. It would have been a couple of weeks for either of us. Either way, sounds like it. So 2026, it's been a rough one. Positives and negatives.
It's a rough start. Yep, a rough start, but everyth's working out, right?
Yep.
Hopefully it'll be a highlight and it'll be a cruise for the rest of the year.
Well, we'll see. We're only let's see, it's March. We're only 1/4 of the way done.
April's a little less a week away.
So yeah, so we'll see. Let's see what the 3/4 of our year still holds for us. Anything else before we kind of go into some of the stories? We, like I said, I have a short one, and then we have the big news story that just happened recently. Anything else to talk about? I think that's it, really.
Think of anything.
All right. But yeah, that's kind of a bit of an update. It was kind of a little bit shortened, but we can probably talk for hours about what our weeks have been. But you guys don't want to listen to us for that long. But thank you, everyone, so far for everything you guys have done, listening, staying with us. But yeah, so we're gonna be jumping into some of the news stories. So give us 1 second. Okay, Liz. There's two stories. There's the main one, but we're gonna talk about that in a second. I want to talk about recently. You're not very techy as far as computer stuff or anything, but we both kind of talk about how AI stuff and our thoughts in it for the most part, because recently Nvidia showcased their AI, like, what's the best way, their improvements to video games, and the internet has gone ballistic on it because now people are getting very, what's the word, they are getting more antsy and more what's the word, they're getting more annoyed of anything. So what I'm talking about is Nvidia's DLSS 5, which delivers a bit more visual fidelity to games. It's supposed to make it look more photorealistic, but everyone's calling it. You know how there's what's the word? What's the word? You know, filters like
Instagram
like
filters.
Instagram filters.
Like
it's making it like that for a thing. You don't have to play it on. You don't have to listen to it. You can just watch it while we talk about it. It's the little showcase. You can just play it while we talk, but you can kind of see what people are talking about as we talk. But yeah, people are getting a little bit annoyed with just this next integration that's being just kind of forced upon some people. But as you can kind of tell a little bit, just as they are showcasing it, you know, their video games in itself already are in that level of photorealism. We're getting little by little, depending on art styles and stuff, but now it's adding a, if we'll say it, just kind of a filter on them just to kind of get that more realism to it, like adding a little bit more. Now, what are your thoughts, Liz? Just kind of showcasing some of the filters versus the original. As your thoughts, as you,
It's crazy realistic. Like I feel like I'm in the video game, which is cool. I you know, I think if we saw the video game like it is, like we would think it'd be if we were actually playing it.
just naturally.
I think that's, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, this would be cool for VR.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's interesting. I like it. It's weirding me out, but I kind of like it more. I don't know. I think it's technology, right? It advances, right? So we have I've always imagined video games almost being realistic at some point in my lifetime. I think we all imagined it, if not, you know, some of the populace might hate it. Yes, I think graphics is supposed to get better. I don't.
Now here, okay, I'll just interject a little bit just to say it's like, yes, graphics are going to get a little better by better, but the issue people are having is that it's not the people who are making the graphics look better. It's that AI is the tool being used to make everything look more realistic without the people making it. That's what people are getting annoyed and frustrated with.
I get it. But
now
I've been doing it from the get-go, right? We should have been those people should have been working on better getting those graphics to get realistic. But yes, it is sucky but sometimes we all need a little help. We got the idea. Can we make it better? And if we have to use a different program, yeah, It sucks, but people should have been working towards this a long time ago before AI even got popular and started becoming a thing.
A cultural norm, basically.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is like the idea of we'll tackle this section of this part a little later is that this feature is kind of now being, like I said, it's kind of being not forced, but it's part of the gaming, not gaming, but certain games because of the way the systems are built. So sometimes you can't turn it off, and people are saying it's ruining the original artist's depiction of how their games wanted to be portrayed, which makes sense. If like they wanted like this game to look a certain way, why are you changing with the filter, right? But I'm in the policy right now, as I think we both agree that at this point the genie's out of the bottle, right? It depends on how.
You get Pandora out of clothes, right? The Pandora box is open.
Yeah, so we can only use a tool as best as possible. It is frustrating, to an extent, for certain individuals that use it for malicious or intent reasons. But like, if you use AI tools correctly for concepts or for organizations or for assistance to use it properly, in a sense, right? They properly can be interpreted different ways. But if you're using it to kind of just assist you to make things easier, like we do. Now, we're not going to say like AI is the best thing in the world. It's like going to change everything. No, but it does help you and me, and to an extent, like we've talked about this multiple times, but I think this is the best time to talk, because like it's just going to get way better. We've said it multiple times. Like, this is the worst AI is going to be as of the time we're talking about it. It's just going to get better. And as long as we use it to our best abilities and for what we need it to be used for, then just do it, because it's not going to get any better than this. I mean, it's not gonna. You can't stop it from changing. Like, it's not going back.
Right.
It's frustrating. I can understand it from a creative's perspective. Like, things are less creative than that, and we've gotten some pushbacks on our quote AI thumbnails, right? Like, they are. I'm not gonna say they are. The way we do thumbnails, they are splashed on first as a concept, like really bad, and then they just get splashed over with a art style that not even specific. It's just like a casual, simple upgrade. Like, trust me, we do not like take anyone's artwork. We just like it can be say like the AI is using other reference models, but I can't stop that. That's I'm just asking for a simple, like, clean layer to make it look appealing and vibrant. Like, trust me, if you look at our thumbnails from before and now, they're a little bit more cartoonish, but they're eye-catching. That's kind of what YouTube thumbnails are for, right? They need to be eye-catching. And if
That's how you get them clicks.
Exactly. And if you go back to they're a little goofy originally, but I think, I don't know, you
and
can,
a lot of time you took to do those ones, and it didn't draw in a crowd, and now we're getting a crowd in because the people are upset about the AI. Well, guess what? Do we have time? Absolutely fucking not.
no, I don't
have time. I'm not that creative. I have ideas. No.
So, but yeah, like it like there's been like if we just kind of go back, but some of our thumbnails have been very interesting, and like there's things that if we paid some people, they could do a good job. That's the other things, we don't have the funds to pay for it. We are
Nope.
This is a hobby for us. We pay out of pocket for all the things we do. Like, it is
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is a hobby we do for fun. And if AI can even assist with the little things, organizations, thumbnail conversions, or just little things like that, just to make our, because I could attest to this. Like one episode of recordings, for the most part, it's easy. Editing doesn't take that long. But I think from beginning to end, including recording, I would say it would take per episode about 14 to 18 hours of work to get it from recording to editing to research, and so yeah, 18 hours max per episode. Just that. And it's got cut down to like probably a single episode probably goes up in like 6 hours now, from recording to editing to then concept and research too. 6 hours, that's really good. It's going from 8 to, yeah, it's like 6 to 8 hours at most. 8 hours is a lot. I don't think I've ever worked 8 hours recently. 7 hours at most. So yeah, from 6 to 7 hours, from 16 to 18 hours, that's a huge cut down.
That's almost a day's worth of work gone. Like out of your picture. That's like a day's work and go.
Exactly. And that's just because we've used different tools to kind of just simplify or organize, or just like diversified some of the things that we needed to do to make it easier. And it's things like that. It's like if tools are used correctly, like things like in those manners, then yeah, AI is going to be very useful. But I can understand why this whole NVIDIA thing is getting annoying for people, mostly in the gaming sphere, which people have strong sentiments. I'm not gonna lie, there's some things I would get annoyed, but the thing is, I like I said earlier, I don't think we're gonna be able to go back. It's one of those things like the developers are gonna have to work with whatever team or group that they're developing with to be able to either utilize these tools or try to steer away from them if they feel that it's going to be hit them negatively, impact them negatively. Because yes, like you said, like we are getting to that point where if you were playing some of these things in VR and they use this filter to make it look so realistic, you would probably ship bricks. Yeah, we're getting there. But
I think it would be more innovative and pretty, and I guess will be a little bit of a chaos. Is like this will be more of a realistic world than we want it to be, right? So we'll want to be in that sphere of.
So, but yeah, like I said, I understand why people are upset, but I also understand that we're not going to be able to go back. We can only just utilize the tools people are using to the best of abilities, and you just gotta make the best of it, right? You just like AI is gonna be, or is now, a part of the world now, like, or at least in the modern world, right? So like it is a thing. There's no going back, and it's like hate it or love it. Just got to make the best of it, you know. And absolutely. At least for us here on the show, we are making the most of it to the best of our abilities. And
nobody's got time.
but yeah, that any final thoughts on this whole kind of it's
get
like
it. I understand where these artists are coming from, but at the same time, it's a tool. And it's gonna, and once I guess some of them sign off the work, it's kind of out of their hands, right? So it is a sad reality, but it is the truth that our world's going to be like that. So
yeah. So if anyone's really worried, I recommend really getting your there's different things for like creatives to kind of make sure their works aren't taken, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's gonna be hard. You know, it's an everyday battle. Even on YouTube, there's even a function on YouTube where it asks that if your channel can be used as references for their AI model for Gemini. I'm like, YouTube already has everything. Google already has all my information at this point. Like, it's fine. Like, if it uses away, like, we're a very, very small channel. And if it uses what little thing we have, go for it. It's gonna just hear us rambling on about random shit. Not
Right.
like there's already some weird Coco Melon like children's show happening as a AI function. So what's one more
Right.
random channel giving it data, right? Like it letting us upload free videos for free. So I'm not gonna complain.
Nope.
So I think that's it for that discussion. But let us know if you guys feel differently about the AI discussion. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Because I understand that we know a few people who are very, very anti AI, but as much as I understand their plight, it's just like it is what it is, So
It is what it is.
All right, we're going to be jumping into the main story. Like I said, this is a shorter episode, so give us 1 second as we pull that up. Do you want to start this one, or do you want me to start?
Yeah, why don't you start it?
All right, so this is a news story that just recently happened of a court case so what happens when a police raid, a rapper, and 11-pound cake all end up at the center of a courtroom showdown? Well, in one of the strangest legal battles in recent memories, rapper Afroman came out on top after 7 Ohio sheriff's deputies sued him over a series of songs, music videos, and online posts inspired by the 2022 raid on his home. A jury found Afroman not liable, ending a case that had grown into a much bigger fight over parody, criticism of police, and freedom of speech. And yes, this is the same case that gave the internet Lemon Pound Cake. We can hear that song in a little bit. But, but according to reportings from the Associated Press, the deputy sued after Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, used home security footage from the raid in multiple videos and songs that mocked the officers involved. The deputies were reportedly seeking close to $4 million in damages, saying the videos publicly humiliated them and caused harassment. The whole story originally goes back to August 2022, when the law enforcement raided Afroman's home in Adams County, Ohio, as part of an investigation involving allegations of drug trafficking and kidnapping. Ooh, those are some serious allegations.
That's hard.
Yeah, but after the search, no criminal charges were filed against him. Afroman later said that the raid caused property damage, including damages to his gate and front door, and that money allegedly was taken during the search was never returned. Ooh. Instead of staying quiet, he did what artists do. He turned the experience into material, using footages from his own security cameras. Afroman released songs and videos that showed deputies entering his home, searching through his things, and in one of those viral moments, staring at the lemon pound cake sitting in his kitchen, and the image became a joke, then a song titled, then somehow part of a very real court battle. What are your thoughts, Liz, on all just this initial thought? It's been a while.
It's comical. I mean, he has every right to do this. I mean, he got damages. He's an artist. Do what you do, boo. I mean, he's using everything that was literally in his house supplied. So
it's been a while since I've heard of Afroman. Like I
have never heard of him.
You have never heard of Afroman? Let me see. You've probably heard of his songs. Let me see.
Oh, I have. Okay.
Let me see. Let me just
I think this is hilarious. I mean, he utilized what he had, so I give him props. I mean, that's pretty good. Lemon pound cake. I'm gonna have to make a lemon pound cake now. I feel like maybe a bundt cake just for shits and giggles.
Let me see here. The most popular song you would probably know is "Because I Got High."
Maybe.
I can't. We can't play it. I can't play it on YouTube because we'll get copyright. But it's like that song that because I got high.
Oh yeah, and it was like it became a huge meme too. I think.
Back in 2000, that's him. That's Afroman.
Oh yeah, okay.
But,
Okay.
But yeah. That's yeah. I think that's his like
Okay.
most like not one hit wonder, but his most iconic song people know him from. But yeah, where am I? I'm just trying to look at here. But anyways, it is crazy. Like you said, it's something he just made a parody song using things he had. His private security video, because as you know, I also have security cameras around my house. Like we live in a very, very quote safe neighborhood. But we like taking care of we have doggos, we have not porch pirates that often, but I'll be honest, there's been a few incidents where things get misplaced easily. And so just having that little bit of sensibility for having some cameras around doesn't hurt. So so using that, and then the meme of the lemon pound cake. I wonder if I think, let's see, for anyone, we'll see if we can watch it together. If it gets cut out from this point on, it means YouTube striked it, but we'll see. We'll watch a little bit of it together, everyone. To kind of get an idea of why he was getting sued. Hopefully we don't get copyright, but if it does, then we'll probably cut it. But yeah, so give us a second, everyone. Ready, Liz, to play it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna try our best, but if it gets cut out, everyone, we'll do our best. Not, we'll go from there. We kind of get it. That's funny, and apparently
that's pretty funny. I like it. It's very catchy.
All right, give us 1 second, everyone. All right, we're back. Hopefully you guys got to see our reaction to a little bit of lemon pound cake, but apparently, yeah, there's multiple songs he did, it sounds like, and they got humiliated. Just that, and there was like, how many officers again?
I don't know. He didn't, I don't think he said, did we?
It said in there.
Officers. 7
officers.
7.
So yeah, and if you guys were able to watch, they did they made an entrance into his home.
Literally.
And yeah, it's a funny song. Like, one of the things is like, this is a civil case, right? But it's getting a lot of publicity because of the absurdity of the song. So a lot of his songs are popping off because people are talking about Afroman. If I didn't know this court case, I would never have found out of any of this, or like, so the songs are getting, who was that? Who was that celebrity who hated people knowing where they lived? It was the house. Barbara Streisand? Was it Barbara Streisand? Was it?
I have no idea.
Barbara. I think it's Barbara Streisand. Yeah, the Streisand effect. Where it's getting more attention because they don't want more attention on it. That's what it's, the Streisand effect. Like because of this court case going a lot more publicity. Now everyone's laughing at these officers more than they were, which is like you would never have heard of lemon pound case if you didn't know about this court case, Liz.
Nope, I didn't.
And
I haven't really been on the news either,
but yeah, and there's more parody songs because there's more, like I think every officer got their own song.
Oh, lovely.
And we only saw lemon pound cake. All right, do you want to continue the news article?
Yep. Now, one really important thing to clear up that these were not criminal charges against Afroman. This is a civil lawsuit filed by the deputies. They argued that the songs, posts, and videos cross a line and damage their reputations. Coverage in the case identified the core claims as defamation, defamation, false light, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Okay. Broader reporting also noted that the suit included arguments about using the deputies' likenesses through the same parts of the case that were reportedly dismissed before trial. And part of that what made them so explosive is that the material they were objecting to incredibly blunt. Afroman called the officers things like crooked cops, accused them of stealing money, mocked one deputy as Officer Poundcake. That one's good. Made crude and personal accusations that the deputy said they were false and humiliating. His legal team argued that the content was obvious parody, satire, and protected artistic speech, especially when aimed at public officials carrying out a raid. That became of the heart of the case. What is this defamation? Or was this protected speech? Afroman's attorney argued the jury, the police, the officers could expect criticism, especially after a raid that became public and controversial. The defense position was basically that no reasonable person watching these exaggerated movies would mistake them for a straight factual reporting. And in the end, the jury agreed with Afroman.
Yeah, okay, true. Like,
Sorry, this is also very comical. I'm finding hilarious in all aspects of this. The cops are just making themselves look worse by putting the stupid court on them.
Like, yeah, I understand when a song is criticizing you online, making fun of you, basically just poking fun a little bit, right? But that's kind of how these things go. Mostly when you are they're public officials, you know, you are basically putting yourself out there. Two, it is honestly, it's in a very jokingly manner. You can tell. Like,
yeah, I was laughing the whole time that song was playing. You know,
and you would if you found his other songs too, right? Just put
right.
Just put when you're making that lemon pound cake today. Let's just put that song in the background.
I won't be having it today. Maybe tomorrow I'll be making it. Who knows?
But yeah, it is understandable that you get offended, but it's a joke. It's like who was that? Oh my God, who's the parody song artist? Oh, why am I forgetting his name?
Yankovic?
Yes. Like, it's just a goofy song.
Right.
Like, and yeah, like, true. Is this defamation or is it protected speech? That's the scary part, is when it becomes like law, right? Or it becomes what's the word when it's I forget what it's called when it's like a case like sets a precedent, when it becomes sets a precedent. Yeah. When it sets a precedent, because yeah, then if the oh my God, what if the officers win, then you can't make fun of these people anymore, because it sets the precedent. Like, yeah, no, you can't make fun of public officials after all this. Which luckily it sounds like the jury was on Afroman's side, which I am happy for that. But it is ridiculous that it went this far. But let's continue the story, because after the verdict, Afroman celebrated outside the courthouse, shouting, "We did it, America," and praising the results as a win for freedom of speech. In later comments reported by other outlets, he framed the ruling not just as a personal victory, but a win for Americans more broadly. And honestly, the public reaction may have become almost as big as the verdict itself. Apparently, NPR affiliated coverage described the trial as a brief but viral, with courtroom clips spreading quickly online and a lot, yeah, because this was public, so you could watch the court case list public. So if we really wanted to, we could watch the entire case, because they make all the office, they make all them watch the videos in court.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they make them read some of the lines from the songs, because you have to read them verbatim for like, so does this line, as they read the lines of the song. It gets really spicy. I watched like some small videos of just kind of them cut down, but anyways, with the courtroom clips spreading quickly online and a lot of people reacting as the deputies had accidentally made Afroman's music even more popular. That's what we were talking about earlier. In other words, the Streisand effect, literally what, right? It was right in the article.
There it is, right there.
The attempt to punish or suppress the songs only drew more attention to them. One of the most repeated online reaction captured that perfectly. Shout out to the cops for making sure I was the absolute bop. That line got the attention because it summed up what so many people seem to think, that the lawsuit had backfired in the most public way possible. And the case did not stay confined to legal coverage. Apparently Vulture highlighted that the story as one of the standout moments in late night television coverage that week, praising the Daily Show for spotlighting the absurdity of the trial and treating Afroman like an unexpected voice of the people. That is when the local courtroom story had escaped its original gravity and became a full-on pop culture. Yeah. Yeah,
I think if the cops hadn't sued or anything, it would have been fine. And if it had rectified that, they didn't steal money, or they, it had rectified that returning the money and fixing his property, it would have been fine. But no, because they didn't do that. Afroman spoke up. He had every freaking right to. And then the cops made an exaggeration. Oh, this is defamation. Oh, whatever. You brought it on yourselves, assholes. You should have done more fucking research. Again, research. Was there any inclination that he had?
So the original allegations, what was it again? Roll back to
kidnapping and
drug trafficking. Like, those are some strong allegations. So
yeah, this is a strong allegations, but they should have really done the research. Like, did they really scout his place, or they just, we got this tip, we're going in? Probably because somebody's pissed off at Afroman, but this became even better for Afroman. So he's on a win right now.
Oh, he is on a big win. I'm happy for him right now. Been a while since I've heard of him.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna be listening to some Lemon Pound Cake tonight. So
this is like the apple pie getting replaced, man. It's lemon pound cake now.
What else? You want to continue?
So by the end, this case was operating on multiple levels at once. It was a lawsuit about reputation. It was a public argument about how far satire can go. It was a viral internet moment. And for a lot of people, it became a test of whether an artist can openly and aggressively mock law enforcement without being questioned for it in court. And maybe the wildest part of all this is how perfectly the story fits Afroman's public image. Because only Afroman could take a police raid, turn the joke into a song, turn the song into a legal fight, and then somehow walk out of court with a free speech victory and a lemon pound cake immortalized in internet history. So in the end, Afroman didn't just win a case, he won the narrative too. He started a raid, turned into a viral music saga, then into a courtroom fight over speech, satire, and public criticism. And the verdict made sure the whole country paid attention. And somehow, through all of it, a lemon pound cake became part of American legal folklore.
Interesting article. But yeah, it's one of those things when we get to some of these goofy stories. There was a serious allegation that was being portrayed, and due to some poor choices on the cop side, they failed, and a lot of allegations were thrown at them, from damaging his property to potentially theft of missing money. And then you know what what did he do? He just made parody songs on them, and because they got, I think when originally it started, the songs weren't even that big. It was like very niche from what I was reading in other articles. Like they had a couple like thousands of views, not huge profit, but it was very niche, very niche. But like I said, like because of how absurd the case was, and because of the way the internet works, these songs popped off, and the case popped off. Then the songs popped off after that, because then people were looking into it more. And then, like we said earlier, the Streisand effect, because these cops were like, "You're making fun of me because of this song." And like a couple.
When you said that, that's exactly how I imagine those cops, and it's just hilarious. I'm like, okay, we're children now.
Like he's making fun of me. Like he's calling me fat because I looked at a cake. And there's some other serious ones, because there's a couple of ones that I think there's one song where I think one of the female cops, it feels like it's there's a lot, but
I'll have to look into it.
There's a lot. It's stupid, but it sounds like a reasonable precedent has been made that we as Americans are allowed to criticize our public figures in song form to an extent, you know, and as long as it's in good jest, right? Like that, and I'm glad about that. Because yeah, and good on Afroman, you know, because you know, for what started as what could have been a very scary moment, right? Your home is quote getting invaded for reasons you do not know.
Invasion of privacy, invasion of safety, invasion in general.
Oh, also something that this specific article doesn't have. Apparently during the raid, remember he had camera. Apparently some of them, they cut some of the camera feeds for some of his things as the raid was happening.
Wow.
So
dirty.
But anyways, that story is over, and it sounds like, you know, Afroman is the winner, and we as the people are the winner as well. Good on him, and good on. But any final thoughts, Liz, on the Afroman story?
I'm glad he was able to make light of it, and also just to bring it to the forefront of the picture of the world. You know, hey, this is hilarious. This is funny. Yeah, I'm gonna get back at you guys for doing something that was stupid. So good on him. I'm happy. I'm glad it's a win for the American world. You know, the society. You know, winning against our public speech. We still have our public speech, man.
Yep. Or yeah, freedom of speech. All right then. So everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. We had AI discussions, we had Afroman, we did a little catch up of our lives. So everyone, thank you for listening or watching. Don't forget to, if you're listening to this on any podcast platform, don't forget to follow. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Helps a lot. Any other thoughts, Liz, here?
Follow us on our socials. Maybe you'll find a lemon pound cake in your near future. True. Yeah, if you want to, follow our socials if you want to keep tapped into what's happening, because it's kind of that's where we posted where we were at during the month that we've been gone. So we let people know when new episodes are going to be up, or it's going to be delayed, or if it's going to be canceled into another week. But follow us on all our social medias. Links are down below. Make it easy on you guys. But thank you again for listening or watching. Liz, thank you for joining us. Until next time. Bye.
We got bees in the street, sleepers on the block. This is Gerald TCP, live talking, come Rock the command with the mic and a bulletproof vest, reporting live from a scene that's a hot mess.